Hi again, Doug here from X-Frames FPV, and today we've got a build out video for you. And this is a Hyperbaby 3-inch. And I'm calling it the SlimBaby because what I've done is done some pretty extensive routing, and to make it super light, I'm going to be running 20 by 20 components in it, so that will make it also nice and light and be able to get this really low profile build. Now I think this right here, I'm kind of playing with the size. I think this is going to be a little bit too low profile to get all the components, and I don't really get the angle on the camera that I want, so we're going to play with it a little bit. But this is going to be one that's going to be really light, and kind of the idea, this is going to Singapore, the idea was to build something that can fly on either 3-inch or even 2.5 inch and is got really good components in it, but at the same time is super light. So let's get to the tabletop and let's take a look at it. All right, here we go really quickly. Just this little mini build out video, because this is so small, right? So again, you know, I built this, I'm going to build this to be really small, really low profile. Why did I do that? You know, it took all that time to put these motors on here and make it look really cool, and then I just move it and they come off. So let's get to the specs. First of all, these motors here, you know, these aren't the most powerful motors. They're 1306 and they're 3100 kV, and they're meant to, what I want this to be is a slow flyer, something that you can take out in front of your yard. This is for Peter in Singapore, and I want him to, it's something he can really learn on. So these 1306 motors are going to be absolutely wonderful for that. RunCam Micro camera with a 2.3 lens, which is equivalent to a 1.8 lens on a full-size camera. Now, as far as 4-in-1s, we're running the Lumenier 10 amp 4-in-1. This has no 5 volts. It's opto, meaning it just has no voltage regulators. Be plenty of power. And then these are both 20 by 20. This is the Lumenier F4 Micro, and this is really nice. It actually is a micro 20 by 20 with an F4 processor in there, and the cool thing is you have the option of buying it with an FrSky receiver mounted right on there, so it's going to make it really nice and clean. I've never used this before, so I'm looking forward to getting this in the air and giving it a test. As far as VTXs, we're running the TBS Unify race version, which is a 200 milliwatt, which is plenty in my opinion. And then we're going to take off this SMA UFL and put on a linear dipole, which is a great way to shave weight. In a small build like this, especially, you don't need that extra length, so you just got a nice little antenna that mounts right to the VTX. So, you know, like I said, this is going to be a mini build out because there's just not a lot of stuff that has to be done with this. The wires obviously have to be lengthened. It does come with extra wire in the kit with the motors. I wish they would have built the motors with the long wires because it just would look cleaner. But you know, to their defense, we are just now getting to the point where we're using 4-in-1s on a lot of builds, so it wasn't really a necessity before. So I'm also looking forward to trying out this Lux Micro 20 by 20 F4 with the built-in FrSky receiver. So as far as receiver, obviously we don't have to have one because we have it built into this all-in-one flight controller. So flight controller takes straight LiPo power, so it's going to be really simple, really clean, and I think with all the shaving that I've done to the frame, it's going to be super light and a really good just leisurely fly. Something you can kind of go in really small areas, meant to spin either a 3 or 2.5 inch prop. So I'm calling this the SlimBaby because it's a Hyperbaby that I've kind of put on a diet. So guys, appreciate you. I hope you guys are getting something out of these videos. Check out my website, xframesfpv.com, and there you can get really ideas on pricing and what I do and look at some of my builds, and please feel free to email me if you have any questions. Email is in my description. It's also on my website. And guys, I hope you have a great day, and I hope you have some time to fly.